Okay, let me see if I can do this. Okay, I would like to talk to you about the Nazis, how they were democratic socialists. Adolf Hitler got voted in charge of Germany. His idea of socialism, everyone getting similar amounts of money for doing the same job, and the government controls how much private businesses sell items for. Kind of like how the Democrats control the electrical companies here in California, and so they're able to charge us the set amount that the Democrats tell them to charge us, even though it might be too much for the business. It doesn't matter. They're still making money. Okay, the first step, socialism is the first step towards communism. Okay, we were invaded by the Nazis because Adolf Hitler realized he could not take the conservative Americans. He went ahead and faced his own death. Okay, then with the help of Prescott Bush came over to America, and Operation Paperclip had all the high-ranking Nazis come over here. All their scientists invaded NASA because we need the rocket technology to get us to the moon. Okay, once they invaded the moon, they discovered about aliens and about how God is electricity and how Jesus Christ is the way to get recharged and Muslims are the way to get discharged or discharged. Okay, if you look at it, Muslims, they be walking around a box. What is a box? A box is a crumpled cross. You can fold up a cross and make a box. So Muslims are trying to crush Christianity. They're doing a really good job because there is a lot more Muslims than the persecuted Christians. The reason I know that Muslims are satanic is I know the TV and the mainstream television programming they give you promotes Muslims. The TV and they are satanic. The devil is a liar. We were told that. And you have to believe that God and the devil uses television and programming to communicate with us. That's why, if you ever would remember Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Galaxy. I mean, a lot of people might not think that it's a great movie, but the book was a lot better, and they had to make movies so people would watch. And they didn't do it just one. They made, I think, 4 copies of the same movie, all just a little bit different to try to get you to wake up. You know, the creation is easier to understand when you think about it. Okay, evolution. It only works for animals. It does not work for humans. There's more scientific proof we are created. If the if we could start to grow kids in the hospital and no longer kill them, that would prove that we were created. I believe God would much rather have us keep kids alive and go ahead and mess around with their DNA than just straight up killing them. Because why not keep kids alive as experiments in the hospital? We can mess around with the DNA. That would be a lot better than killing them. God would much rather have you do that. I'd rather have it in public, everything that the government is doing. Wouldn't you rather have the government paying to keep kids in the hospital alive when the ladies are too lazy and instead of just killing the kids, keep the kid alive in the hospital? They say pro-choice, but they don't give you any choices. They give you the choice of murder or punish a girl for having unprotected sex. That is not a choice, that is a choice or a punishment. Well, your choice would be murder or keep a kid alive in the hospital. I would go for keep a kid alive in the hospital. Why are we just going ahead and killing them? If we kill them, your free healthcare is gonna be no one is gonna be able to afford it. If you want free healthcare, the only way we can do it is we keep them alive. We all have government private insurance like they have in Congress. But in order to do that, you'd have to go ahead and have a government recorded cell phone. The government recorded cell phone goes ahead and gives you 1,000 copies of yourself, which you control, and that LifeLog was designed so that they can make exact copies of you. Every person, for every American, you get 1,000 copies of yourself. See how much the other 5 countries go along. But 1,000 copies is a good start. And every country gives you 1,000 copies until one of these communist countries decides to make their citizens register and give them 1,000,000 copies. But by doing that, they'll give them access to the internet and never learn how bad communism is. But right now, we need access to the supercomputer so that we can understand what the government is doing behind our back towards us. Because right now they're trying to make you stupid. That's why the Democrats took over the public school system. Because you don't want your slave to be smarter than you. So if you control the education system, you can make sure your slaves are dumbed down enough. You know, okay, 10 minutes. I think I started with talking about how the Nazis never died. They came over here and invaded the Democratic Party. The whole time the Democrats are trying to convince you they're Republicans, and they're not Republicans. There's so much obvious evidence they're Democrats. Okay, the most obvious one is they were socialists. Democrats were socialists. Okay, little national part. Okay, yeah, the Republicans were nationalists, but the Nazis were only temporary nationalists. They were globalists because their goal was to spread socialism around the whole world. That's why they took over the Democrat Globalist Party, globalist socialism. The Democrats are globalist socialists. That was Hitler's goal. He was democratically elected. He was going to use the Muslims to invade the rest of the world because they have world domination with their plan. And they agreed with his Satan plan to take over the whole world through violence. If you leave the religion, you must be killed. So, I'm sorry, I kind of feel like, okay, we have the Christians, the Jews, and the Muslims all have the same church. There's more obvious. One of the pastors I believe I listened to said that Muslims are not worship a different God. I'm like, well, no, there is only one God. It's God of electricity. It's the same God for Muslims, the same God for Jews, the same God for Christians. The person who teaches you how to get to God is different. We have Jesus, who God created especially for us. Muslims have whatever, I forgot his name, but the Tom Lester. And there's more obvious evidence the Muslims are trying to destroy the world because of Satan and get everyone to convince the world to be more like Mars. And then we have Elon Musk. Okay, that's another story. I read a book where some guy from Africa came up with this thing to help you read people's minds, but it requires surgery. And in each of the thing, he's putting a little thing that can blow them. Just a small enough charge of explosive that would cause them brain and hemorrhage and they would die. Okay, don't allow surgery for anything like that. I figured a way to get you access to the supercomputer right into your brain, and you don't need any surgery. Okay, we have the voice of God technology, so we can transmit stuff right to your brain. We can put the voice of God technology in your cell phone, so it only in a Bluetooth headset. So your phone is connected to the supercomputer. Your phone is connected to a Bluetooth, which has the voice of God technology, goes right into your brain, and then you can just verbally ask the computer to do stuff, and then it will go ahead and look up the information for you. We can go ahead and have glasses with cameras on the eyepieces, so they can go ahead and they can see what is going on. You know, there's a whole bunch of different stuff we can do to help us. You know, you might have to give the government ability to know what you are and what you're doing, but you are the government, and the government should give you access to all of the toys they have. But by you trying to hide yourself from the government, which you are restricting yourself from having access to all of the technology the government spends your money on. If the government spends our tax dollars on our supercomputer, should that not mean that our supercomputer, and we so we have access to the supercomputer through a special government cell phone. They know where we are, but we know where we are. We know everything that's going on around us. We have because Android has old on devices. You can buy them and put them around your house and talk to Alexa or Google while you're not talking to yourself through your own Amazon personal mobility device or personal communication device. Instead of talking to Alexa, you should be talking to your own personal assistant on the supercomputer. Because I would much rather have myself keep track and spying on myself rather than some private company that has no respect for the Constitution spying on me. I don't want to pay money to some private company when I should be able to do it for free. You know, why are we paying so much money? We should be paying like $20 for the plastic and the electronics to talk to the supercomputer and go ahead and have the microphone, and so I can go ahead and use the ping to detect where everything is in the room. Remember Google or remember the Sims. We should have electronic copies ourselves. Why do we not control 1,000 copies of ourselves? That was the point of a supercomputer, was so that the government can go ahead and duplicate us. So every person goes ahead and has 1,000 copies of themselves. That way, we know what's going on with the government. Knowledge is power. We have access to the supercomputer. We would have the power and the knowledge. Right now, we are being. Right now, they're not giving us any knowledge. They're training us to be slaves. And we are going to replace ourselves with robots. But instead of keeping kids alive in the hospital, we are killing them in the back alley of 7-Eleven when we should be growing them in the hospital as a medical experiment. Think about it. Okay,